The following programme is brought to you in association with Irwin's Tiles and Hardwood Floors, Castleblayney, County Monaghan.
About 1982, I could see a change coming in the music business. Discos were coming in big time. A lot of hotel ballrooms were switching over from dances to discos, and I decided maybe it was time to for a change. And I was 30 years of age at the time, around that, and I had got involved in a roller disco, and we were on the road with a roller disco as well, so that kind of occupied me time for about a few years, and it was very successful. We were over the west of Ireland, Tuam, Ballina, Collooney, all those places, and Letterkenny, Cavan, Navan, all around. But anyhow, that day come to an end, and I had started this business.
And it's not just tiles you do, sure it's not?
No, we do tiles, wooden floors, marble, natural stone, laminate flooring, new click vinyl flooring called SPC. We have more or less all types of flooring that people want. We've moved with the times.
Falter Over Culture, you're welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. Well, this week we're coming to you from County Monaghan for the annual Back to Castleblayney Big Tom Weekend. It's a time when fans travel from far and wide to come here to remember the man who was known as the King of Irish country music.
I said farewell to dear old Dad and kissed my mother goodbye, then turned away before they'd see the tears form in my eye. Along the winding leafy lane where in childhood we would play, with heartaches and old memories I sadly made my way. So many folk have left their homes through strife and poverty, but somehow we could struggle by, just Mother, Dad and me. But things went wrong between me and a girl I called my own, and I left Castleblayney, my old people and my home.
The Back to Castleblayney weekend commenced with an exhibition of Big Tom Memorabilia at the town library.
So for this weekend, we've an action-packed 3 days full of fun and crack and laughter. So it starts today with the reminiscence memory tour of the library, which Louise is going to speak about. And then from 6 to 8, the launches in Raymond Waters with Margot and a load of really good singers. And then Orem, of course, had pulled out all the stops, and they've got a fabulous play about Big Tom himself. So tomorrow at 11, there's a walking tour around Castleblayney, because Big Tom was one of our main guys, but we have loads of really good singers like Paddy Cole and the Music Wall of Fame.
Now, I've had a look at your exhibition here. Very impressed with all the material. Where did you find a lot of it?
Well, Blaney people are great. When you ask them, they come together. So all of this was donated actually by local people. So we had Anthony Lockman, our own very own caretaker is a huge Big Tom fan, so he's milking quite a lot in as well. We've just put a call out and people come in, and then there's a lot of photos here that have never been seen before that people had at home, so it was great to get them out, get them on display. People are seeing themselves in it, they're seeing the people they know. But Lady is like that, they come together, you ask and they answer. So we've been collecting this material for a while, and we're delighted with the range of stuff we have here.
Another popular attraction for visitors coming to town is the Castleblayney Music Wall of Fame, where we caught up with some well-known music legends.
Big Tom, well, we go back a long way. When Tiora and myself, he was still Tom Allen. We had a band in the Midlands called the Prairie Boys back in the 60s, and we used to do support to Big Tom and the Mainliners all the time. The Roseland Ballroom, all the carnivals, of course, in the west of Ireland, you know. So we got to know the boys very, very well, yeah. They were always very nice. John Beattie always let me use his organ. I think I must be the only person in the world that he lay in behind that. but they always gave us the best of stuff and best of sound, you know.
And what was it like playing support to them then when you see the crowds coming in? I mean, this was the height of the ballrooms.
It was a great training ground, you know. If they weren't, at that time the dances, the mainliners would be on from 11:30 to 1:30, we'd be on probably from 9:30 to 11:30. And if you hadn't everybody on the floor, and the place would be jam-packed at 10 o'clock, and you had to have them all out dancing or you wouldn't be doing support again. You know, it was a great training ground. You knew exactly how to handle a crowd and learn how to read the crowd and all that, you know.
Well, he's super. Like, I have a shop in the town and everybody comes in and they're looking for Big Tom, you know. And I have to say, Big Tom's statue is the best statue I have seen of any, you know, like they've got other people standing up with Big Tom sitting down, fabulous statue, and it looks exactly like him. It's well worth going to see Big Tom's statue. No joking, it's class.
One of the outstanding entrepreneurs of his generation was the late Tony Lochman of the Top Rank Entertainment Organisation, and it was nice to meet up with his son Declan, who certainly had fond memories of his dad.
Yeah, well, he was a big part of the whole show band era, I suppose, and Tom obviously was the king of country in that time, so the Top Rank Entertainment was the management company. At one stage there was 25 to 30 show bands being managed out of there under maybe 5 or 6 different managers, but all under the one roof. So it was in Castleblayney here, so we got the name at the time of being the Nashville of Ireland, and that was why there was not only show bands, bandwagons and show band managers about the town. So Tom was obviously a huge part of that. He was the king of country. We had the queen of country in Philomena. You had Susan McCann and numerous, Paddy Cole himself, numerous others. Like, so it was a different era and a great era.
What are your kind of memories of that growing up there and all these big names?
Well, we would have been young at the time. We probably didn't appreciate what was going on around us, but I remember at the house at home, like in the summertime, you'd have show bands practicing at the side of the house, outside on the tarmac, like in the summer, and cars slowing down and watching. But it was normal enough stuff for us. We didn't flinch on it because it went on regular and so on. But yeah, as I say, we weren't that aware of the big names. Like these people were obviously about all the time, the Philomenas, Susans, Paddy's, Tom himself and that, but they were just the same. It was a week in, week out occurrence with us, but it was good times when we look back. You know, we writing posters and counting money maybe and all them things that things has changed obviously, but it is the music and the show bands has sort of come back in again since that, you know.
I'd like you to meet the members of the mainliners. Starting away over on my left, on lead guitar and fiddle, and also my brother, Seamus McMahon. On bass guitar and vocals, Ginger Morgan. The man who lays down the magic beat, also a fine singer, Ronnie Duffy. On keyboards, electric organ and piano, the man who made the sound his own, John Beatty. On trombone and also on vocals, Sir McKevin. We'd like to thank also our road crew, Dermot, Brendan, and our sound engineer, Tony. My name's Henry McMahon. Thank you. And it just remains for me to introduce to you the star of our show, the man they call the legend, the living legend. How about it for Big Tom?
Better dry those pretty eyes, sweetheart, and wipe those tears away. The world don't care about you when you're crying. Well, I've been blue so doggone long that I love you, friend, you say. If it's lonesome at your table, you're welcome here at mine. You used to like the songs I'm playing now, and I'll bet that since that day I must have bought this old jukebox a million times. Let's buy it just once more tonight, for I love you, friend, you say. If it's lonesome at your table, you're welcome here at mine.
In the centre of Castleblayney is Island's Tea Rooms, which has become a shrine to Irish country music stars and show bands.
So you put all the pictures on the wall, so that was kind of a little bit of nostalgia for people to reminisce about the good old days and the dancing and all the rest.
And do you find, Eileen, that they come in specially as well to have a look at the memorabilia?
It is a talking point. It definitely is, and they all have different memories about things. And then different people brought different. Margot came down. She gave us some pictures of herself and Dolly and Philomena and all the rest.
So it's a must-visit place when you come into Castleblayney.
If you have any interest in the music at all, you have to come in here. And the girls are getting used to their stuff. You sing the songs now because they're sick of me playing them all the time. We've had lots of visitors here. We've had Brian Hall, we've had Dickie Rock, Philomena. We've had lots of people. Declan, of course, lives in town here, so he pops in for his coffee. To me, I was a wee bit too young to go to these dances, you see, but I was reared on because my sisters went to all these things. And the first time I saw Big Tom in town, I almost had a heart attack. Big star, and there he was on his little tractor out in the thing, and I thought, wow, this is amazing, but people love seeing him here.
Well, continued success to Eileen, and it's a must-visit place for anybody in Castleblayney. Pop in, have a cuppa, and just enjoy all the memorabilia. Well, we're off to Orem now and Big Tom's home place to meet up with two people who've had a long association with the king of Irish country music.
I came home one night, I think it was from Banbridge, and I went into the house. Johnny Brown, God rest him, he's gone from us, and Tom were there, and he says, I'm leaving the mainliners. I said, what? I said, she's the biggest thing in the country. I said, you must be mad. What's wrong with you, man? He says, I'm leaving the mainliners, and then he says, and I want your band. Well, all the boys. And the boys used to say to me, why don't you get Tom to join us? And they said that way back. Oh, sure, Tom was so easy going, and an awful easy man to work for. You'd never, and he should have. A lot of times, there was a lot of boys wandered away on the old gargle and all that crack, but just great.
And what was it like playing overseas then with Tom? Particularly in the UK, he was very big as well.
He was huge, and the Cricklewood. The one night that I remember, it sticks in my mind, it was St. Patrick's night, and Joe Dolan, God rest him, he's gone, and Tom was up at the bar, and usually at the bar, it's not a small bar, hold maybe 500, 600 people, and it was packed, because they all wanted to see Joe and Tom at the end. They all knew this, and so Joe was coming up the hall, and he saw Tom with him, and he started singing Four Roads, Oh, road. And Tom just turned around, it's you. Well, the whole crowd went ballistic, laughing they should have been comedians instead of singers.
At the same time, the line between the two is fine, but you has bound me heart and soul, so strong that I can't let you go. Oh, the pain of loving you, oh, the misery I go through, never knowing what to do. Oh, the pain of loving you, oh, the pain of loving you, oh, the misery I go through, never knowing what to do. Oh, the pain of loving you.
I started managing in 1980. I left the Travellers. The Travellers. I was with them from 75 to 1980, and then I started managing them in 1980, and I managed them until he passed.
Was it easy as a manager for Big Tom? Obviously, he wasn't too much of a hard sell.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't too, to be fair. Once you'd done your job, that was it, But we did a lot of travelling. We really did, That time you working he was working 5-6 nights a week, And that went on for 15 years, He cut back a wee bit then when he rejoined the mainliners, But we still done a good bit of work,
And he went in a little bit into the concert scene then as well, didn't he?
He never really was happy with the concert. No, he didn't like the concerts. He always said he'd rather see people dancing, But towards the very end, actually, he did do a few concerts, Funny, his last show was a concert in Derry for T.G. Gahar,
And some of the big hits he had over the year as well, and particularly the last one, you went out the same way you come in. It was absolutely massive for us.
I got him that extra. I heard it on a Porto Wagner record, And I says, there's one we should do, Tom, I could give him a lot of songs, I'd probably give him half the stuff that he recorded, with the Travellers and that, Of course, Johnny McCauley wrote a lot of it too,
The Poor Country Road.
Yes, the big ones and that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, would you say that was one of his biggest, or you're going out the same way?
Well, Four Country Roads, to be fair, was huge, but it took him to a different sort of height, you know what I mean?
Four country road, winding to town and County Galway. Leading to the friends I left behind. Four dusty roads, winding to the town of Flannamaddy. Four dusty roads, forever in the caverns of my mind. Once in a while, I hear the sound of music in the winter night. I see now and then the trees where we sheltered from the rain. And once in a while I see us walking home in the morning light. And of the times I long to see my hometown once again. Four roads from Glenamaddy, four roads that drift apart. Four roads to Glenamaddy are the four dusty byways to my heart. One country road led me to the schoolhouse by the meadow, and one country road to the churchyard where my mum and daddy lie. One dusty road where I strolled with a loved one in the shadow, and one dusty road that led me on my journey far away. Four roads from Glenamaddy, four roads that drift apart. Four roads to Glenamaddy are the four dusty byways to my heart. Four roads from Glenamaddy, four roads that drift apart. Four roads to Glenamaddy are the four dusty byways to my heart. The four country highways to my heart.
Castleblayney has so much to offer visitors, including a stunning golf course on the shores of Loch Mucknoll, and we were delighted to meet up with local historian Martin Brady to learn more about this wonderful area.
The lake itself is mentioned first of all in the Annals of the Four Masters, page 7 or page 9, I forget which. It was called Loch Actra, which means the Lake of Discovery, and all around it is hugely scenic, from Mully Ash in the distance behind me, right the way around to the Battle of Clonturbert, to Slieve Gullion, where Satanta Till the Hound. It's a corruption of Cullen. Slieve Gullion was where that happened. And Monaghan's probably an unknown quantity in that it's halfway between everywhere and not a destination in its own right. We ourselves feel that we're as beautiful as any place in the country.
What you can see here is absolutely
we're as
stunning.
close to an awful lot of places that you don't have to drive across the country to go to Westport or Donegal or Galway. It's handy to tip down here and stay a night or two. It has massive potential, and we figure we could be another Westport.
One of the most popular venues in Castleblayney is Waters Old Coach Inn, renowned for its nightly entertainment featuring all the top country bands, and its outstanding restaurant, which attracts customers from far and wide, and is run by Raymond Waters.
It's the Old Coach Inn. We began in 2009, and so we didn't really know what was ahead of us, and we took a chance, and we started with music, and done a bit of music, and it worked out, and we started the food as well, and it's going very, very well, as you can see. And it takes it all to get everything across the line, but the people support us, and so that's and that tells the story in itself. The bands come. Actually, Tom started our famous monthly hoolie in 2015, and it grew from there. We thought it'd last a couple of years. Tom started back in April 2015. We thought we'd get a couple of years out of this, and it's still going and getting stronger. And all the top names come. Philomena comes to us, Mick Flavin, Louise Morrissey, Sandy Kelly, Seamus Moore. They all come, and they come from far and wide, all over the country, the four corners, the first Monday of every month to enjoy our monthly hoolie. And it's going from strength to strength. We have weekend entertainment every Friday, Saturday and Sunday. The breed of me is we put the shoulder to the wheel when we're fit. God knows what's round the corner. So if Mammy, God rest her, used to say to me quite simply, if the people are good enough to support you, look after them properly. So we do our best to look after them properly. She don't understand.
Here on the grounds of the Old Coach Inn, Robert Irwin officially launched the Back to Castleblayney Big Tom Weekend. Following the official launch, there was live performances from Tony Allen, Damien Davis and the Queen of Country and Irish, Margot. And we'll be chatting to Damien and Margot later in the show. Now, another artist who performed at the opening was Mick Mulhern, who sang his new release, Castleblayney's Country King.
It was a song that was actually, Margot called me one day and she actually sang the song down the phone to me. And I said, that's a lovely song. And she said, I want you to record it. And I just said yes. I mean, Big Tom was a phenomenal thing that no one can explain. He couldn't explain it himself. You know, Big Tom wondered at the crowds that came to himself. And that's what the man was. That was his magic. So I suppose in that respect, I'm not actually surprised. Well, not because of me, but because of the Big Tom phenomenon, you know.
We're going to leave you now with another big hit from Big Tom and the Mainliners. This one is called Give My Love to Rose, and we dedicate it to Tom's late wife, Rose, who was very much part of his success story. Now, to remind you, next week we're bringing you part 2 of the Back to Castleblayney Big Tom Weekend. So we look forward to your company. Until then, slán go fóill.
The dying fella said, he said to let me out of prison, out in Frisco. For 10 long years I've paid for what I'd done. I was trying to get back to Louisiana to see my Rose and get to know my son. Give my love to Rose, please won't you, mister? Take her all my money, tell her buy some fancy clothes. Tell my boy that daddy's so proud of him. And don't forget to give my love to Rose. Won't you tell him I said thanks for waiting for me? And tell my boy to help his mom at home. Tell my Rose to try and find another, 'cause it ain't right to should live alone. Mister, here's a bag with all my money. It won't last them long the way it goes. God bless you for finding me this morning. And don't forget to give my love to Rose. Give my love to Rose, please won't you, mister? Take her all my money, tell her buy some fancy clothes. Tell my boy that daddy's so proud of him. And don't forget to give my love to Rose.
The following program is brought to you in association with Irwin's Tiles and Hardwood Floors, Castleblayney, County Monaghan. Fáilte over Cóide, you're welcome to part 2 of the Back to Castleblayney Big Tom Weekend. This week we're bringing you more highlights of a packed programme of events which took place.
We're going out the same way we came in. It don't matter who you know or where you've been. Makes no difference who you are, Skid Row Joe or Superstar. You're going out the same way you came in. We are born into this world without a thing, and we leave it just as naked as we came. The aim and drive a coupe bill on a mansion on a hill. Don't mean nothing when St. Peter calls your name. Oh, you're going out the same way you came in. Someone will load a fire next to kin. Some will weep and some will moan. Some will spit upon your stone. But you're going out the same way you came in. The day you're out in all your fancy clothes, and they'll figure out just who and what you own. Then the lawyers line their nest, and your kinfolk gets the rest. Oh, you can't take it with you when you go. Oh, you're going out the same way you came in. Makes no difference who you know or where you've been. Makes no difference who you are, Skid Row Joe or Superstar. You're going out the same way you came in. Oh, you're going out the same way you came in. Makes no difference who you know or where you've been. Makes no difference who you are, Skid Row Joe or Superstar. You're going out the same way you came in. Yeah, you're going out the same way you came in.
Well, it's day 2 of the Big Tom Weekend, and music fans are looking forward to another full day of music and entertainment. Starting off with the Castleblayney Musical Walking Tour.
I have a page that I dedicated to Big Tom as well, so I have. And I just reached my 55,000 followers last night, thanks to Big Tom. Yeah.
And of course, he still has huge support, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Like, I've even had people coming to my page last night asking for somewhere to stay tonight. People still wanting to come. Like, there was a family coming from England, and I got them a place to stay here in the town now tonight. They're coming from England today, and it was just by following my page.
We came last year. We didn't even know the Big Tom Weekend was on. We came on the Monday, went to Eileen's, and she said, "So you were here for the Big Tom Weekend?" Like, "No, why? When was that?" Like, "You just missed it." Like, "Oh, you're joking." So we walked round, got the last little bit of memorabilia that we could find, went down the road to the bed and breakfast there to Eamon's, where we stayed. Got speaking to find out a bit off Eileen where everything was, because she's like a walking encyclopedia. Went down to see Big Tom's home, went down to see his memorial garden, his grave, and then we found out that it was on this time this year, so we booked 12 months in advance to come this year.
So
We love it.
You brought your whole family.
My wife, my son-in-law, and my daughter.
Good. And are they fans of Big Tom as well?
Amazing.
We all like Big Tom. I'm looking at his picture there with the Monaghan shirt in the shop window.
And would you have danced to him?
Oh, many a time. And the Mainliners was the best band that ever played the national anthem. They nearly lifted the roof off the dance hall below the Embassy years ago, and the Glencairn in later years.
Right.
Top
How about
notch.
you? You're not from Tom, are you?
I'm from the Hagish, yeah. But
And you're a Big Tom fan as well?
Oh yes, I used to live in Liverpool, you know, when we came back home to Castleblayney, and when I lived there I used to go to see him in Manchester.
Now, you're one of the founding members of the Travellers as well. You go back, you started with the Everglades.
The Everglades about 68 roughly, Henry, and went on then to 75, where we joined up with the great big man, this man behind me here, Big Tom, and it went on for 14 years. Myself and Paddy King were just the two members that survived the whole time, you know. So it was great then. We joined Joe Murray then for a couple of years then, and then I took a job in the library then I was working for 21 years. But I still never give up the music, Henry. We played with John Glenn then for 32 years. And then sort of after that, then in later years, I did go back to play a wee bit with Tom 2016 till up to he died. Because John Beatty, the great John Beatty, had retired.
Yeah, you stood in for him.
I stood in for him, yeah. And I done the best I could, but not as good as John.
Well, I grew up listening to Big Tom. My mother was a big fan of Big Tom over the years, and I always liked his music and the band that they had. The Mainliners were very good, and I've seen him a few times now in concerts and dances and that. And he's always very good entertainer.
You remember Big Tom's first dance?
Yes, Big Tom. Well, the first dance would be in Clontarf, really, and then the next one would be in the Maple in Rockcurry. That's where they done a lot of me dancing to Big Tom. And Cavan one would be the Farmers Ballroom in Virginia. It'd be another Big Tom venue. And after that, you had to travel then. You go down to Granard, on the Ruski, all them. You know.
And did you travel to all those venues?
I would have, yeah. Oh, jeez, yeah. He played in all them venues, but you'd have to be there early to get in, you see.
There is a proud GAA tradition in Monaghan, and there was great excitement when Robert Irwin recalled a memorable occasion for the county.
Declan Flanagan has got it, our county chairman has got it specially out of Crow Park for this weekend. So here he comes with Declan Lockman with the 1985 National League trophy.
It was time for the Castleblayney musical walk tour to get underway. The first stop was the musical Wall of Fame. Another of the town's famous residents was renowned jazz musician Paddy Cole. The much-loved performer was honoured with a 2-storey mural in his native Castleblayney. It was the next stop for the walkers, who also enjoyed an impromptu jazz session. Well, we're off to the Orem Community Centre, where the Big Tom singing competition is well underway.
Yes, I suppose I met Tom back in 1966, and I had a friendship with him all down through the years. And when he passed away, before he passed away, I was always in and out to Tom and Rose. And the year that he died, he was actually getting tracks together for a CD, and I was helping him with that, and it was a labour of love what we were doing. But anyway, I just thought I put up the argument about the statue in the Market Square. And you know, some people thought I was mad, but I never passed there, but there's always people sitting with him or sitting on him or talking to him or whatever. And then I thought after he was gone, I wonder how many of the young people has he reached out to? How many did he touch? And I thought, well, you know, if Priscilla Presley didn't talk about Elvis, he would have been forgotten too. So I talked about him till everybody was sick listening to me, and I thought that this would be lovely for the younger people to put their interpretation of a big song, you know, across to the people.
For my sins, Henry, I've been drafted in as a judge for the Big Tom Song Contest. Was here last year as well, and last year, like this year, the standard is just absolutely incredible, and it's lovely to see Big Tom legacy lasting on, and of course young people and people of more mature years as well, all still singing the Big Tom songs, and it's been a very good competition here, and very difficult to come up with a winner as well.
And I was surprised to watch the amount of young people that were taking part in the competition. I even remember Big Tom.
Yeah, it was the same last year actually, Henry. Last year a lot of young people as well, and the same again this year, and that is great, and it just shows the longevity of Big Tom's songs. One lad sang Back to Castleblayney in a different tempo. The youngsters can do their own version of it.
Now, getting back to the book, of course, you wrote a book about Big Tom and a lot of research into it.
Yes, came out in 2018, shortly after Tom's death, actually, when the statue was unveiled here by President Michael D. Higgins in Castleblayney. The book was launched the same weekend. It's by chance I wrote it because O'Brien Press, who I was contracted to, Michael O'Brien rang me and he said, would you do a book on Big Tom? And it was a joy to do it and to research it and all that, and I had spent time with Tom, of course, in his house in Castleblayney. We spent a whole evening discussing different things as well, and lots of quirky things came up from that. It's Big Tom, the king of Irish country. It's published by O'Brien Press.
Congrats to Gareth Jones from heartfelt, the winner of the Big Tom Song Contest.
Well done, Gareth. Thank you very, very much. And well deserved. And hold on, we have another wee surprise for you here, Gareth. We have a wee plaque here for you. Well done.
I just can't believe I actually won it. Cannot believe it. It's actually lost for words. So lost for words.
And where did the Big Tom then interest come from?
We've always listened to country music growing up, all the time, and it's just been a thing that's always been in the house. And Big Tom's always been listening to him all the time, and sang his songs in the room, and it's just unreal man.
And is this your first kind of singing competition?
This is first ever, so it is first ever time really being on the stage, so it's crazy, so it is.
You are a superstar, but you're going out the same way you came in. We are born into the...
I was always a great fan of the music. I even actually remember when I was about to start secondary school, older brothers of mine told me they're not going to all be into that sort of music when I'd be, and I didn't care. I was country music was my music. I didn't care what anybody else liked, and stuck with it. Always have been a fan of the man and the music. Yeah.
Well, Big Tom's birthday coincides with the festival weekend, and a special cake was wheeled out to mark what would have been the country music legend's 89th birthday.
He was a star and he was a legend, and nobody will ever take his place.
Well, the evening concluded here at the Orem Community Centre with the Remember Big Tom dance, which attracted a full house and featured a host of country stars, including Margot, Tom McBride Jr., Michelle Murphy, Damien Davis, Alistair Coyle, and many, many more.
Big Tom had a sound that no other band ever had, like John Beattie on the organ, Seamus Monaghan on the lead guitar, and of course the beat, the band of the magic beat says it all. Like the mainliners were just something else, and there'll never be another mainliners.
Yeah. You had them all out dancing there tonight as well.
Yes, it's a great feeling as an entertainer going on the stage and seeing the dancers get on the floor. So it's a real highlight, and it's a real highlight for me to be here tonight.
A country fan, they're a very loyal fan. And he had a lot of, Dad had a lot of loyal fans we had. And you only have to look out there tonight. They're all there.
Full house.
Full house. It's great to see so many faces again. So it is. And they look forward to this weekend. They travel from far and near. They're in camper vans and they're just there and they want to hear music. They don't come out for anything else. They come out for the Big Tom Weekend. and it's brilliant to see them. It gives you me an awful lift. Gives Dermot, Ash and Siobhan a great lift as well, you know. So,
and his memory will live on.
Well, as long as I have a breath in my body, I will try and keep it on, yeah. I will.
You're a niece of Big Tom, and you have memories of going back to England. You were living in England at the time when Tom and the band used to come over.
That's right. Whenever they'd be over gigging in England, which they often were, they'd come to Birmingham, to the dance halls, and in between the gigs they'd find time to visit at the house, and they'd come with the band. Sometimes one or two of the mainliners, another time it would have been the Travellers. That would come, you know.
So you'd have to feed them.
Time. Well, I didn't, but my mother did, yes. Along with the rest of us, there was a good house to feed, yes. And those size of men take a bit of feeding.
Well, it's the final day of the festival, and a number of special events are taking place at the site of the Big Tom statue, including the Freedom of the Town to the members of the Mainliners show band. The Monaghan winning team of 1985 are also being honoured by Monaghan County Council on this their 20th anniversary, and the Auchnamullin Pipe Band, who are celebrating their 50th anniversary. But first, we caught up with the MC for the afternoon, well-known broadcaster and journalist Michael Cummins.
I remember I'd become obviously listening to Radio Éireann at the time and the sponsor programme, so I was very familiar with these sounds that it was different, it was unique, Big Tom and the Mainliners, and it was a neighbour, Martin Regan actually, he's in Killearn, Kilshamott now, and he had been, well, he wasn't that much older than me, but he was a few years, and he was a big follower of theirs, and at the end of that dance that night in the TF in Castlebar, he introduced me to Big Tom, and that was the first time I met him face to face.
It's been a lifelong friendship since.
It is, yeah. We got on famously and followed them for years and years, right up to the very end, of course, yeah, but yeah, I was there then a few years. In 1975 then, the Mainliners went one way and Tom and the Travellers for another 10 or more years went their own way. And I remember actually, I was working the bank at the time down Abbey Leaks in Laois, and their first gig was in the Dreamland in a tie with the Travellers, and I was there that night. So it's between the Mainliners and the Travellers, you them all down through the years. Citations will be presented to members of the families and to the band members themselves. I expect Henry will be here to McMahon, and so that'll be a wonderful spectacle as well.
Now, the man who was the leader of the band all through the years, and the man who played a pivotal role, you have to have somebody at the helm, otherwise you can go this way or that way. But he was always there, not alone a good band leader, but also a great songwriter, and the man with the golden pen. And he's here with us from out the road in Killigoley, Henry McMahon. How about it for Henry? And Margaret is presenting him now with this special award from Monaghan County Council, which confers the freedom of the town of Castleblayney on Henry McMahon. Thanks very much, Henry. Well done. Sitting beside him here is another man I got to know all those years ago, Ginger Morgan. Most of us hardly remember that he's actually Seamus, but anyway, we all know him as Ginger. And an integral part of the band all through the years, and again a man who's travelled the length and breadth of the country, overseas and everywhere else. And he has been presented with the freedom of his own town of Castleblayney. Ginger Morgan. Did you bring the drumsticks with you, Ronnie? I tell you, this boy says whatever beat you had there, you laid down. And was it you, Henry, that christened the band with the magic beat? Yeah. Well, somebody did anyway. And the man mainly responsible for the beat anyway is the great Ronnie Duffy here. Come on, Ron. And it's good.
Congratulations, Ronnie. Thank you, Ronnie. Congratulations.
Everybody knows Ronnie Duffy around the town of Castleblayney, I'm sure. And now he's free to go anywhere. I think you can actually march a few sheep around here as well, and the usual freedom of conference. Is that right, Carmen?
Yeah, just stand in front of that. That's yeah.
Well done, Ronnie. Congratulations. Thank you.
I think Jackie Healy raised her only in the halfway place for Ronnie. Next we're actually just leaving the parish and we're going to John of Mine. And I remember so well the day, 2 days earlier, you played down in the West County in Ennis. And I introduced you on stage and thanked you at the end of the night and brought you all off. But little did I think when I introduced the lads on stage that night, introduced Cyril McKelvett, that 2 days later, said goodbye to him heading back west, and a fantastic night, packed out in Ennis. And I was on the way back down from Dublin when I got a phone call from Kevin McCooey, and he relayed to me that Cyril had taken a turn, and I was absolutely shocked to everybody. He was absolutely lovely, lovely gentleman, a fantastic singer, great musician, and as you can still see him there, the lovely wave at the end of every show, and of course High on a Hilltop and all those famous songs. And lovely gentleman, as I said, and always remembered fondly. Today we are joined by, I think it's Jackie, is it? Who's from representing Cyril here? Oh, Nancy. Huh? Jackie, I'm right, yeah, Jackie. Jackie's his daughter. And you're down in New Ross and Wexford. Yeah. And
just on behalf of my late father, and my mother couldn't be here today, I'm here with my son. We live in New Ross, and my godmother Nancy from Carrick and her husband Joe. So on behalf of my late father, thanks. On behalf of all the mainliners, thank you very much.
Following the mainliners receiving their freedom of the town, it was now the turn of the great Monaghan team of 1985 to be honoured. Since the recording of this programme, the great legendary Monaghan footballer Eugene Nudie Hughes sadly passed away. We extend our condolences to his family, friends and the people of Monaghan. The Auchnamullin Pipe Band, who celebrated their 50th anniversary, marched through the town to bring the very successful Back to Castleblayney Big Tom Weekend to a close. Well, the gentle giant of Irish country music may be gone, but certainly his music will live on for a long time to come. And as we mentioned, Tom maybe sadly have passed away, but he certainly left a message for his legion of fans in this next song. The pleasure has been mine.
So many changes I must say. From the Galtymore to Galway, Donegal to Tipperary, I remember all the folk along the way. I would like to take a moment to thank you all sincerely for the pleasure of your company and your time. If you enjoyed my music and the songs that I was singing, I can only say the pleasure, it was mine. Never seemed to matter if the sun was shining brightly or if the snow lay deep upon the ground. You're always there to meet us with happy smiling faces anytime a band came to your town. Now here's to all the people, some gone but not forgotten, left tunes lay there in the heart of time. I raise my hand in honor, thank you most sincerely, and I'd like to say the pleasure has been mine. I give my life to traveling the country lanes and byways. That wasn't always easy, heaven knows. I give my soul to singing this good old country music, but best of all I give my love to Rose. Each day I thank the good Lord for my life and for my children. The years have passed but I'm still doing fine. Until I see you all again, somewhere on that journey, I'd like to say the pleasure has been mine. Until I see you all again,